Hey everybody, it's Chris and Chris from Hosnian Primetime.
Howdy. This is Chris.
Yes, this is Chris. Is this Chris?
I don't know. Is this Chris? How many Chris's are Chris? All right, so this is our commentary for Star Wars, the motion picture from 1977. So
Also
what we're going to
known
do
as A New Hope.
later on, yeah. So what we're going to do is, so y'all at home, bring up Star Wars, get it ready at the beginning. We're watching it on Disney Plus, so if you have access to that, that's easy. If not, put in the Blu-ray or the DVD or something. And we're at 000. So we're gonna do 3, 2, 1, go, and on go, you're gonna start the movie, and then we're all gonna be in sync, and it's gonna be amazing and perfect, and you're gonna hear our beautiful voices while we watch a beautiful movie. All right, are you ready, Chris?
I'm ready. Are you ready, R7? R7's ready.
All
Are
right,
you ready,
Chris is ready. Are you ready, Chris? I'm ready.
All right, everybody,
All right.
grab your Jawa juice.
All right, and get ready.
And let's go.
Gonna be on 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that wasn't
All
it.
right.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
So that was just in case that didn't work, to keep you in sync with my beautiful vocalizations to the 20th Century Fox, So it's a long time ago, galaxy far, far away. I always thought it was long, long time ago in a galaxy far away. Took me a while to stop mixing those up. Episode 4. A New Hope. So who is the New Hope? Probably Boshek. It is a period of civil war. Rebel spaceships striking from a hidden base have won their first victory against the evil Galactic Empire. During the battle, Rebel spies managed to steal secret plans to the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star, an armored space station with enough power to destroy an entire planet. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home aboard her starship, Custodian of the Stolen Plans, that could save her people and restore freedom to the galaxy. ... So this is a direct sequel to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So make sure you watch that before you watch this. All right. They say those words are still flying through space to this very day.
Yeah, how long do you think it'll take for those words to get here?
Hopefully they're going the right way. What an apocalypse that would be. You would get hit by the opening crawl. Speaking of mispronunciations and misremembrance, when I was younger, I always called this planet Tatooine.
Tatooine?
I was exactly embarrassing age old when I realized it was Tatooine.
That's okay. Ahsoka used to call R2 R2-y.
All right. Bad guys have green, good guys have red lasers. There's Golden Tony.
Yeah. Who knew C-3PO had a twin brother? Whatever happened to him? Oh, there you go. He's lost.
Da-da-da. Oh boy. I want to know more about that silver 3PO in the back.
Yeah.
I love these outfits. We're doomed. They're so dirty. You'd think they'd be like clean being on the Starship.
Oh, did you know the very first words of C-3PO? Did you hear that? And they're also his very last words.
Yes.
In The Rise of Skywalker.
What is it? Like, what's that?
Yeah, what's that?
What was that? What was that?
Or do you hear that? Do you hear that?
I can't tell from the hair. What decade was this made in? So you'll notice Vader's not as energetic as he was 15 minutes earlier at the end of Rogue One.
Well, he's
I like to think
tired.
tired himself out with all that.
I mean, he only gets so much oxygen from that mask, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So he got to replenish his cells of oxygen.
What a great shot. Oh, what a great little transition with the fog. That was cute. So I don't know if this is stormtroopers being really bad shots or just R2 and C-3PO just got nat 20s on their deck saves. Because I don't know how they get shot walking across that.
I think it was the Force.
Oh, son of Shmi. All my life. It's fun to think of Vader as grown-up little baby Anakin. I always thought that was a CD. Thinking back, CDs weren't invented back then, so.
Oh yeah.
What was supposed
to think of that?
Some futuristic thingamajigger.
They really cleaned up that part where R2 drops his middle leg. I don't know if you remember the original movie, how choppy it was.
I need to watch it. I picked up the despecialized edition from a bootleg seller at Rhode Island Comic Con. I've never gotten around to watch it yet.
I have an old VHS tape that I believe is before they edited anything.
Is the one with the black covers with half Vader?
No, I don't remember.
What?
I gotta look at it, but
I always appreciate the little dimple right on Vader's nose. Diplomatic mission.
Ouch.
Just makes, after seeing Rogue One, that guy's lie is just dumb. He's dude, I just saw this ship leave 15 minutes earlier.
Well, I mean, there could have been two Corvettes flying away.
Ooh.
I don't know, a decoy.
I always like the effect of the stun beam right there. She'll be all right. R2 just not explaining anything. Overweight glove of grease. You'd think some rebellion intern would have given them a spit shine.
Yeah, I know. They're awfully dirty.
This is before they even get to the desert planet.
You know what? How did they get so dirty?
This. Because it probably took more effort for that guy to say not to fire on that escape pod than it would have been for the guy to press the button and blow it up.
True.
Probably had to fill out some kind of form whenever they fired the gun. Maybe each laser bullet cost $10,000 or something like that.
You don't do the budget, Terry.
Yeah. That was a little bit of a sassy, hands on the waist. Go on to a Gussie mission. This time makes me think that must have had some run-in in the past.
Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
Take her away.
Doesn't that guy talking to Vader sound like that's not really his voice?
This is the shot they used in the holiday special.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they reused the shot in the holiday special. Because all the shots of Vader in there are just reused from the movie. I think this is one guy talking to him.
Yeah.
That guy's like low key, like mad that they didn't fire on that escape pod.
You know, Vader, he doesn't seem like he has a lot of energy, but he does in his voice more so than in, like, say, Return of the Jedi, where he seems more like laid back, kind of.
Yeah. I want to see how they got R2 out of that.
3PO picked him up.
Just kicked him out. I always thought it looked like he had like runner's nipples. Those two little dots on his chest with the oil sticking out.
Yeah. He's lactating.
Yeah. Tunisia.
R2, it's time for your afternoon feeding.
You go that way. Much too rocky.
Did you read Anthony Daniels' autobiography?
No.
I haven't either. I don't know if it's quite his autobiography. It's the book he just released.
Okay.
He was talking about, well, like everything, but he talked about how this, like, painful it was to wear this suit in the first movie.
Oh, I bet so. And that sun too, with that black under suit.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah. Surprised he didn't get
Kenny Baker's probably like having a rough time in there too. No more adventures.
Oh, Kenny Baker was 5 feet tall when he started the movie. Then he shrunk.
Yeah, like when you cook spinach, it just got so hot he just kind
of. Yeah, pretty much. He was in the pool.
3PO. One of the most quotable lines in the movie coming up. So there are a few lines that whenever I say something that just happens to be a Star Wars quote, I say it as a Star Wars quote. So coming up, every single time I say over here, I have to do over here.
I do that too. But you can't help to say it as if it's in the movie.
Over here. Help, please help.
Like whenever I say hello there,
transition.
Hello
there. This is California, right?
I
think this is Death Valley.
Death Valley?
I think this is Death Valley.
I think it is. I've seen some people post Facebook pictures in this actual, like, little ravine. It's pretty cool.
This is another everyday quote. Whenever I jump out and scare somebody. Urama! I always think of these guys.
Get him!
I always think of Spaceballs. When do we get to Disneyland? Ah! Look at that rotoscoping. Hello! Bonk. I really hope Kenny Baker wasn't in the droid for that part.
I think he was.
He probably might have.
It looks like he's just like leaned forward with his weight, and that's what made him like fall forward.
Yeah.
Zooga.
Zooga. Zooga. That's why they took R2. Thought he was a big egg.
He was a giant Zooga. That was cool in The Mandalorian when you actually got to see inside the Sandcrawler, yeah.
Although that whole scene when he's like climbing up the side of it, that was giving me flashbacks to the second level of Super Star Wars on the Super Nintendo. Oof. That was a rough level.
I've never played that.
Crawling up the side of the Sandcrawler, It's like super hard game. It's one of those things where if you miss one jump, you don't die. You like fall like 30 levels down. So you have to redo everything.
That stinks.
It was rough. Meanwhile, like a million things are firing at you at once. That game was hard. I always wondered what the restraining bolts actually did.
They
Restrain them.
yeah. You can turn them off remotely, I think is what it is, right?
I think so, yeah.
They actually in the last episode of Clone Wars when they were working on the load lifter robots and the thing went crazy.
Little wig. Yeah.
Yeah, they so
True hero of the rebellion. R4.
Gonk.
Treadwell.
Gonk.
Droid. Oh man. Gonk.
You gotta love the Gonk droid. Is the Gonk droid like the very first droid? He's so basic. He just walks around and says Gonk.
But he has legs instead of like rollers or something. You know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the legs would be more advanced than like R2. You know, where he's just got like he rolls around for the most part.
So do you think something like D?
It is you. It is you.
Do you think something like Dio would be like a earlier form of a robot, or
I think so.
Kind of like a wheel with a head.
Yeah. Oh, look at that great CG dewback. Bet you didn't know it was CG without me telling. For the most part, I don't mind the special editions. They just sometimes are a little jarring, like that dewback stormtrooper on top. What are in those backpacks? Looks like droids. Like, what is that? That washer could only come from a droid.
Well, obviously, there's no plumbing on Tatooine. There's no water, so
yeah, that's true.
Couldn't have come from any pipes.
Now 3PO's got like a piercing.
Oh, God. I always loved the Death Star droid, which is not on the Death Star. He's on here.
Yeah. How'd you get there?
I don't know.
The stone.
But like the vintage action figures, he was always one of my favorite because he looked so cool.
Mm-hmm. I always wanted to know what a Jawa's face looked like. On the action figures, it was just like black fabric.
Yeah.
That's got to be an early droid. And that guy?
Yeah, the dome.
I love the big round dome. And they're like kicking him, like, go faster.
the multi-armed guy and the dome guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you see that big one next to C-3PO? That kind of looks like the security droids from the Mandalorian.
I think I remember seeing a couple of those at Galaxy's Edge, too.
Oh, yeah? Nice.
Oh,
those crates! Did you see those 4 crates?
Mm-hmm.
Those 4 crates, they had those at Galaxy's Edge scattered around. See those 3 or 4, whatever they are?
I'll remind you, but there's not much of a choice. If you ever have any doubt that Luke is Anakin's kid, just how whiny Anakin is, and then watch A New Hope and realize how irritating and whiny Luke is during this whole like 3/4.
I don't understand. I made that connection right away. The immaturity of Anakin and Luke in the first movies.
Yeah,
it's like so similar. I'm like, I don't know why people are complaining.
What's it flashing? That's still to date my favorite Luke quote.
Watch it, kid, or you'll find yourself floating home.
All right, shut up. I'll take it.
Poor 3PO. He gets no respect. He's the Rodney Dangerfield of Star Wars.
I'm gonna pick up some power converters. All right, come on.
R4. Did you ever read the
There was I think in the old EU he was force sensitive and killed himself. In the new canon, R2 just talked to him about the rebellion and convinced him to pop his top. But either way, this is still a droid suicide.
A droid suicide. What?
Maybe he didn't actually break. Maybe he stopped for a smoke break. It's a bad motivator. Just he has no motivation. She's I'm just gonna stop and have a smoke break. Go on, man.
Hey, do you think that I don't remember his name. Joel Edgerton. Do you think he'll be back to play Uncle Owen in the Obi-Wan series?
I'm sure he would be.
That'd be cool. I just saw him in another movie. What was it called? The King or something like that.
And, yeah, that was good with Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The droid bat. See, look at Luke right here. He's playing with his toys. How can you argue that he's not first he says it's not fair.
There's this real T-16 in the background.
Yeah.
The 3PO in the hot tub.
So when I was a kid, I did Taekwondo. Every single time I put on my gi, it's I'm Luke Skywalker. I see you, son.
Luke.
I see you, son. Luke.
Human cyborg relations. R2D2. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
You know what's funny when Luke says,
"You're in the rebellion?"
Yeah, when Luke says that, it reminds me of Rey when she's like, "You're in the Resistance." to Finn.
Yeah. The Resistance. This is what we look like.
Oh, in The Last Jedi when R2 played this. Remember when R2 played this on The Last Jedi? Oh man, I teared up.
Hello, bro. Cheap trick, whatever he says.
Yes.
So either in the radio drama or in an early script or something, there's a scene. I think it's a deleted scene, but I don't know if they kept it in. There's a scene with Luke's friends at the Tashi station, and they call him Wormy.
Wormy.
Wormy. They're that's his nickname. They're make fun of him. They call him Wormy. There's
really
these, cool kids.
I've seen that.
Cool lady. Yeah. And then
because it was
Biggs comes up. It's a deleted scene. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Biggs, Fixer, and I don't remember the other person.
Tank. Yeah. Yeah, they call him Wormy. Because it's not that he's just all kids his age are whiny. No, he's especially whiny.
Do you remember the deleted scene where it shows?
Poor kid gets bullied.
Do you remember the deleted scene where Luke was looking up with his binocs and he could see the flashes in the sky?
Oh, it's a space battle.
I feel like that was supposed to be the very first scene of the movie.
This
and
is the best logic. You're too small to cause any trouble. No, the smaller it is, the easier it's going to be for it to run away.
I love that. They reused that audio clip of Aunt Beru in Twin Sons, the Rebels episode.
Yeah.
You remember at the end?
No, there's not a lot of examples of food in the Star Wars movies, but this is arguably the first. And it's not the blue milk. Oh, it is the blue milk. Okay.
It's the blue milk and the kimchi stew that Uncle Owen's
Yeah.
eating.
Well, later on, we see Beru putting like fennel into some kind of food processor.
Oh yeah.
So fennel is a canon food. Wizard. So wizards are canon.
Oh, that's so wizard. I said forget about it.
Look at the flowers in the back. I never noticed those before.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder where flowers grow on Tatooine. They must be
Well,
expensive, right?
Well, I've heard that, like, so I had always assumed he was farming water, like farming moisture.
Yeah.
But apparently, what moisture farmers do is they have underground crops, and they're like taking moisture from the atmosphere to water their underground crops.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I always thought it was they were like pulling the water out of the air so they would have water.
Yeah. So the question is, what do they cook? I mean, what do they grow? It must be fennel and flowers and gruel. That's always
Tatooine turnips.
Yeah. Dixon Tank. Real whiny. Barely ate his dinner or lunch.
That's what I'm afraid of. My favorite shot of all the movies is the homestead with the twin sons.
It also took me a while to realize that they live underground, and what you see of their house is just the outside. So I was like, that's tiny. How do they fit in there?
Well, it's like the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside.
Like, I guess. Even, like, this iconic shot is basically Luke being Moby.
Oh, poor 3PO.
He's hiding, but that first...
Don't you feel bad for 3PO?
Mm-hmm. Poor guy. I agree, R7. I agree. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Never thought of it like that.
R7 is a very deep thinker.
Yeah.
R7. Yeah, he has a lot to say tonight.
Oh, what a joker. This is a hotel now. Treadwell in the background. Here's the fennel. Yeah, look at that.
Oh.
And there's some kind of root in the background.
Isn't that it's a hotel in
Tunisia.
Morocco or Tunisia? It's Tunisia. I know
that's where they filmed a lot of Tatooine. But maybe
I know they filmed it in Tunisia. I didn't know if the hotel
one of
was
the good
actually
things.
there or not.
One of the good things about the special editions is they got rid of this weird-looking orange smudge under the land speeders.
Oh yeah. Well, they didn't have the technology. They used mirrors, I think, right? Like angled mirrors to like reflect the sand.
And then they just try to they put a little bit of an orange smudge underneath them in post.
Yeah.
These are actually elephants. Poor guys. It's like he must have been booking it. He was just doing that little waddle. Like, I don't know how long Luke was gone, but he couldn't have gotten that far if that's all he was doing.
Uh-oh.
Another thing
Sand
it
people.
took me embarrassingly long to realize was that 3PO has a silver leg. Never noticed that. And like 3PO should see that too, because he's higher vantage point. But
He had the high ground.
yeah, but 3PO is just like, I want this kid killed.
Sadistic bastard.
Flesh, I desire flesh. Nobody's ever seen the oral knots to Star Wars.
Yeah, that's hard to.
They changed the sound that Obi-Wan makes. So what really scares the Sand people here isn't the noise Obi-Wan's making. It's the fact that there's a Jedi walking towards him. Because the last Jedi just like wiped out an entire village. Like, oh no, it's Anakin Skywalker. He's coming back.
Up, you ready?
Here it is.
Hello there.
Hello there. So do you think Obi-Wan's just playing dumb that he doesn't recognize R2? Or he's just become a little forgetful?
With R2, I think that, there's a
Although in
lot
that
of
little scene, there seems to
astromechs.
be a little bit of like recognition. Maybe you can like retcon back in. And then now that Luke's open, he plays dumb. Here comes Obi-Wan's doublespeak.
Long time.
Long time. Long time. Another everyday quote.
I love it when he says he's not dead, and then he looks up. He's like, "Not yet." Like he knows. He already knows when he's gonna die.
Yeah. He's like, can't believe I'm still alive. With his last like 20 years, like really put a ringer on him.
Yeah.
I don't seem to remember ever owning a droid.
Well, he think of everything Obi-Wan's been through. Maybe he's been on Tatooine for the last 19 years, hitting the bottle.
Yeah.
That would certainly age him.
But Obi-Wan doesn't say he didn't own a droid. He says he doesn't seem to remember. Like, if you looked at him, it doesn't look like he remembers owning a droid. That's all he's saying. Double speak. Obi-Wan's the true villain.
Well, Obi-Wan and his certain point of view.
Here's the best wipe of all the Star Wars movies right here. I'm done for.
That was pretty cool.
Here's the wipe. It just comes up with 3PO. I get a kick out of that. A spice freighter. Look, my dad wasn't. So Owen told Luke that his dad was a drug runner, basically.
Yeah.
I guess that would make sense. Oh, your dad wasn't a mystical warrior. He was a drug runner. Like Harry Potter. Telling them that his parents were like deadbeats.
Yeah.
Cutting Lord.
I couldn't stand his aunt and uncle. And Dudley.
He's got a sword on the wall.
Let me ask you a question. Is that chest in Obi-Wan's house the same one in Maz Kanata's castle?
Nah, it's bigger. The one in
So what?
Moscanat is like a handheld chest.
Oh, okay.
He's the best acting Anthony Daniels ever done. Just stands there. Laser sword. George Lucas to this day, in like everyday talk, calls them laser swords.
Yeah.
Civilized age. Ooh, look at it. He like, there's a little bit of like pretending it's a plane, like his toy. For the Empire. Like, ooh, could start with the heavy ones. Oof.
See, so Obi-Wan says the Force is an energy field created by all living things. But then like Luke in The Last Jedi, just doesn't he kind of, I don't know. He
Well, you
says it
can't
doesn't
believe
belong to
anything
anybody.
Obi-Wan says. It seemed to have found. Yeah.
Obi-Wan's a pathological liar, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Something happened these last 19 years.
What they need to do next is the true Hollywood story of Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Yeah.
covering his last 19 years.
How am I going to spin this one? I don't really blame Luke for not jumping on board at this point. You're like, that weird hippie stoner guy lives on his own down the street. He's like, a friend of
Yeah,
mine needs something in Tijuana. Come with me to
this is like
Tijuana.
what this is like one of those scenarios where it's like, kid, don't get in the van.
Yeah. That's your uncle talking. And his golden Tony still standing completely still. Learn about the Force, Luke. Could take the lightsaber though. Ooh. Passive aggressive. Hey guys, where's Critic? Can he eat his
Look
Can he
at
eat his
Wolf
lunch?
Yularen.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool how they retconned Wolf Yularen.
Yeah, that was cool. I can't
It's
tell
just
from the
randomly.
sideburns of that guy. What decade is this? They're coffee cups.
Did all of these guys die on the Death Star? Because none of them showed up in any other movie.
I don't know. Maybe. So this guy, apparently he really irritated his wife for like 2 months or something like that. He every day he went to the bathroom mirror and then would practice choking in the mirror for like an hour on end.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
'Cause
devotion.
he had to figure out he's the prototype of like Force Shogun, you know? A lot of weight on their shoulders.
Yeah.
He's like, here it is. Here it is. It's all paying off. It's like, oh, there he's doing really good.
Tarkin.
Crush the rebellion. Rolls his arms. So my theory is that 3PO killed the Jawas. So look later how he just like throws one of the bodies into the fire. Looks a little messy. See, he's looking at 3PO. He's like, oh shit, he killed him. He says robots. I never noticed that. So Luke won't go to Alderaan with Obi-Wan. And suddenly, his aunt and uncle die. Seems suspicious, don't you think?
Are you trying to say Obi-Wan used a Jedi mind trick to send the stormtroopers to kill his aunt and uncle?
No, not at all. Why would you say that? Dumb. No, I'm saying Obi-Wan uses force speed that's canon from Phantom Menace to run over there and murder Owen and Beru himself. And then run back to Sandcrawler, so Luke didn't suspect. Duh. Pretty gruesome right there. She looks hopeful. Papa? This is a creepy one.
Is that thing attached to a pole and there's like a guy behind it, like
Oh yeah, definitely.
pushing it into the room?
Because the way it wobbles a little bit, you can tell.
Oh,
Torture.
bonfire of the Jawas.
Yeah, watch C-3PO right, 3PO right here.
See what I did for you?
See? And then
Like you,
just
like
like
he
a
was
bag
showing
of
it to
trash
Luke.
or something.
It's like he was showing it to Luke. See what I've done for you.
What about Tashi Station? There's nothing for you here now?
Uh-oh. I have a visitor. He's come out of his hole. Hey, Panda.
Oh, it's the cat that does exist.
Yeah. It's Panda the Hutt.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Panda's actually there. I'm sure.
He is. Come here, Panda. Come here, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Oof, that CG.
Doink.
Oh,
here he is.
I had this
Can you
guy as
see
an
me?
action figure. When the
Hey,
special editions
buddy.
came out, they released some special edition action figures. I had that guy.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, and here's the Outrider in the top left corner.
Oh. I didn't.
Remember,
Nice.
they made a set of this guy, too.
Hey, come on, you guys. No Duel of the Fates on the table. Come on.
What if they'd said like, "Yeah, I'll buy it."
As a matter of fact, I've been wanting to buy a droid.
Yeah. Move along. Was he mind controlling all of them, or the other ones just like, dude, what the hell did he just do?
I think it was kind of like in the episode of Rebels where Ahsoka uses the Jedi mind trick on the Pike leader. Like it just worked on him. Everyone else was just standing there. Remember?
Mm,
Remember? And then his assistant was like, "I'm gonna make sure everything's to our
yeah.
liking."
Yeah. There's a sleeping Jawa, or Hobo Jawa. It's a shame they didn't go during the night for B. Arthur to be there. Who is canon that she does run the night shift.
That would have been something.
B. Arthur is canon. This Jawa is just panhandling outside. Diddling. He wiggles his little proboscis, and these guys like drunk. I love the Cantina aliens.
Hey, look, there's John Glenn.
Yeah. The true hero of the rebellion. Do you see him in this shot? Boshek? Oh, this
Oh
poor
yeah,
little
where
guy.
is he?
Jamming
Bolshevik in
out.
his 50s greaser hair.
Well, the thing is, like, there he is, the hero of the rebellion, because he's the one that introduced Obi-Wan to Chewie. He could have been like, oh yeah, go to that guy. And then they get, like, mugged by a more, you know?
True.
Boshek was the real hero.
Now, is Bolshevik actually part of the rebellion?
He has to be.
Hey, did you see Bosk's costume on somebody else?
Yeah. The boss costume is from an old Doctor Who episode.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, Panda.
I
Hey,
appreciate that.
Panda.
The best part of the scene isn't just the weird aliens. It's that the
Oh,
weird
Jesus,
drunk
Panda.
aliens. I think we had
Whoopsie.
a casualty over on Other Chris's side.
So me and my friends used to call Walrus Man Poo Poo Mouth because his mouth looked like a butt.
Ugh, I don't like you. Like you either.
Or Ponda Baba, I guess is his.
You'll be dead. I never noticed the shot of the bartender just like diving under the cover.
Everybody's just like, oh well.
Okay. Another day at Tallman's Cantina. Wouldn't have happened under B. Arthur's watch. She would have sang a song and calmed everybody down. They got into conga line outside.
Oh, man.
I like how they go inside and not like 3PO and R2 are just like watching from across the street.
Yeah. They're like, oh, they're screwed.
Oh, there they are. So is the Millennium Falcon actually famous, or is just he just like?
I think it's
You
just
ever
his
heard of Millennium
ego.
Falcon?
I think it's just his ego talking.
Has to be, yeah.
He's like, you haven't heard of it? Well, you should have. And no questions asked. Well, it's nice to see Obi-Wan comb his hair to go into town.
Yeah. Yeah. Chewie definitely just combed his hair. It's luscious. Obi-Wan's just like, sorry, man. I just got this annoying kid. So Obi-Wan's just like, shut up.
I feel like that's how Alec Guinness was in the whole process of making this
That was
movie.
probably less Obi-Wan, more Alec Guinness. 94. She's like, yeah, that's the guy that just murdered a guy in my bar. So, I always like to think that Obi-Wan and Luke were hiding under the table.
That's what you think.
Greedo.
Are you yawning?
Are you yawning?
I'm not yawning. You're yawning.
You're yawning. Playing with the wall behind him. He's smart. He plays with the wall with his left hand while he's unloading the blaster with the right hand.
Yeah. It's kind of like Ben Solo moving his hand while he's using the Force on the lightsaber to kill Snoke.
Mm-hmm.
Snoke's like totally oblivious.
McClunky.
Oh, McClunky.
Why would they add that?
Oh.
Must be just to mess with people. I don't mind it.
McClunky.
That's nice of them. See, Obi-Wan didn't tip when he killed a guy. Han tips when he kills a guy. Han's got some class. You can see David Prowse in this scene through the eyes.
Oh, yeah? Oh. Hey, can you see me?
Hello.
All right. Hello. So I just had a little problem.
I love
had a
this.
Video chat.
Worst search ever.
All right, hang on.
Oh, the door's locked. They can't be in there. People were looking for only in unlocked doors. Like they would lock the door behind them, like anybody hiding from anybody would ever do. I love that logic. Sure, it must be your fault. Still complaining about how much he gets. There's Greedo's twin brother. This scene's a little... It's better than the special edition because they redid the effect, but it needs another coat of paint.
Whoops, sorry.
At least it's there's 3 different Greedos in this scene, and they're all wearing the exact same thing. So I guess that's just like all Rhodians and Tatooine all wear the exact same outfit. It's not a uniform because the other people aren't wearing it. It's just the Rhodians. I always thought it was just because they were reusing the same costume, but no. It's a shot earlier. You can see all 3 of them. You see a little bit of fuzz around Harrison Ford in the scene. They need to retouch it up a little bit. Oh, who's that? Maybe it's Jodo Cast. Welcome, welcome. Please, may I take your coat? Luke's got to put on his traveling poncho.
What is that guy's name? Garandon?
Grindon?
Gurindon? Is that how you say
Although
it?
that's like his, I think that's his like species. His name is actually something else. But
Oh,
the
that's
action
his
figure,
species?
the action figure said Garindon, so they retconned it into being like everybody just calls me like my species, not my name.
Well, that's the same type of bounty hunter that tried to kill Baby Yoda, wasn't he? Do you remember?
No, he
You
was.
remember that?
There was a Garindon that like called the taxi in the first episode with the flute.
Oh, that's right. With the little flute, with its magic glockenspiel.
Here, get us out of there. Do you appreciate
Blast
it? Buckles up. Could have sworn I saw somebody walking behind the camera in that shot. I had a regular Han Solo action figure, and I had Han Solo with the gloves action figure. That was
Did
a
you
cool one.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not talking vintage, though.
No, the 90s line.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say the first Han Solo figure that I had was the Empire Strikes Back one with the long sleeve blue jacket. That was always one of my favorite figures.
I like the Han Solo with the gloves because he also had like the headset on because he came in like a set with the turret. You could like put him in the turret and the turret fired
Oh,
lasers
nice.
bolts out. It's a cool set. Right
That's
there,
pretty
Danny.
cool.
Here it is. Best line in the movie right here. Shh. What's that flashing? Still my favorite Luke. What's that flashing? Just like a little kid being like, "What's that?" Carrie Fisher always said this line was hard to say because
I always thought the
actually
room that Tarkin's standing in was cool with the big window.
Carrie Fisher said it was tough to say that because he actually smelled like lilac and jasmine or something like that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
smelled very good. And he's wearing his slippers right now.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Peter Cushing would not wear the costume boots unless it was absolutely necessary. So in every shot that you don't see his legs, he's wearing like little slippers.
Have you ever seen any of the Hammer movies that he's been in?
Oh, they're great.
Him and Christopher Lee, right?
Yeah, it's a shame that he and Christopher Lee were never in Star Wars movie together because
Yeah.
besides Alec Guinness, he was the biggest name in this movie.
Yeah.
Dentui.
So dancing.
What?
She lied to us.
I love he's so like incredulous. Like you just lied to her. No safety rails on the Death Star. Probably that little group
OSHA
with those two
doesn't.
guys must break so many OSHA regulations.
There is no OSHA in the Empire.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's regretting Taco Tuesday.
Yeah. He's like, oh man, where's the head on this thing?
Luke, have you seen my Tums?
Yeah.
What
Like that we got to
happened
see
to
that solo.
What happened to 3PO's head?
Yeah, and just notice that dent.
Yeah.
Maybe
Did
just a
he?
big maybe just a big Boba Fett fan.
I was gonna say maybe he bumped his head on the same thing that Boba Fett bumped his head on.
Yeah. Blowing through him.
I love when Finn's on the Falcon and he's looking for I think the masks, and he sees that the training droid.
Yeah. He's like, oh, what's this? Why does Han have one of those? Unless Obi-Wan like hid it in his robes or something. Maybe just everybody has like a training remote like that.
Maybe.
Simple tricks and nonsense. He's not wrong. It's all a series of magnets and wires.
I love how the scene in The Force Awakens is like the complete opposite of this scene.
He's sitting in the same spot too.
Yeah, the exact same room, and Han's like, "It's true, all of it."
Oh, Rey's a Mary Sue. Oh, no. And then Luke, like, immediately starts deflecting bolts while blindfolded. That's something else. That's good.
I can't imagine anyone else playing Han Solo than Harrison Ford.
Burt
Could
Reynolds.
you imagine?
Have you seen the
audition tapes?
with Kurt Russell?
I did, yeah. I mean, he might have been okay, but
Yeah.
Harrison Ford's like perfect for this role. Didn't they want Tom Selleck? But he turned it down or something?
I think Tom
no,
Selleck was up for Indiana Jones.
That's it, Indiana Jones. Okay.
I don't know, Kurt Russell, there's like footage of his audition now. I think I've heard Christopher Walken was up for the role at one point.
Oh my God.
I think I've heard
That would have been
Kurt
terrible.
Reynolds, but maybe I'm making that up. But I know Christopher Walken was up. And there's footage of Kurt Russell.
I think Kurt Russell would have been okay. I don't know if this person would have been old enough, but I think Dennis Quaid could have done okay. But he might be too young to
Yeah, I think
even
he would have.
try it out.
Oh, that would have been a nice quiz.
But
Han Solo was like a 13-year-old kid.
I could see Dennis Quaid playing like a smuggler type character, similar to Han Solo. Like he could be Dash Rendar or something.
Yeah. That's no moon.
I have to say, Ben Burt is a genius for coming up with all these sound effects.
Mm-hmm. Is L3 in the background? Why are we still moving towards it? There's gotta be something you can do.
Cut the tractor beam.
Like hiding in a hole. So we see the space troopers just like chilling. It's like, what are we doing out here again? I don't know. Follow the mouse droid. In the Tarkin book, there's a weird scene where like Tarkin is like designing his uniform.
Yeah. I vaguely remember that.
It's like I remember seeing. It's Watto. What if he was wrong? It's like, oh, it must be Watto. No, no, no. It's Elon Sleaze Pagano. No, no, it's I know I felt this before. It's Kitster. Hey, Kitster. Or scanning crew.
Unsuspecting fools.
It's a lot of equipment.
Oh Jesus! They don't have like a freaking metal detector or something.
Or a droid. Put that on a droid. Why are they carrying it around?
Hey, can you give me a hand with this? I love how nobody hears the blasters.
Mm-hmm. Pole treat him.
TK421. What does the TK stand for? Did they ever address
Totally
that?
not. I think it's just like serial numbers, you know. I don't think it stands for anything. Like FN 2187. The FN doesn't stand for anything.
FN2187. Oof.
What do they do with Paul Cheatham's body?
Say what now?
Those guys.
They put him in a closet.
Yeah, but that's where 3PO and R2 were hiding earlier. They opened the closet.
I don't know.
3PO probably like consumed them.
Flesh. I need flesh.
I desire flesh. I like how Obi-Wan like understood all that nonsense. It's like, oh yeah, that tells me exactly where to go in this like massive battle station.
Don't forget, he has
Stop
the
talking back
Force
at hog
guiding
time.
him.
Don't say anything. He keeps on interrupting Luke.
The Force will be with you always.
You said it, Chewie.
You said Chewie.
I wonder what Chewie said.
You think it's in the script?
Well, I said,
Chewie says, "Where did you find that guy?"
probably like, oh yeah, I remember him from the Clone Wars.
Because
That's
Peter
Yoda's old
Mayhew.
friend, right?
Peter Mayhew must have voiced this stuff, right? And then they dubbed it over.
Yeah, I wonder if he was speaking English.
Curious. Let me see if I have it in here. I don't know if I can find it.
Also have the Luke and Han in their Stormtrooper disguise helmets. Action figures. Those are great because you can put the helmet back on and just pretend they're normal Stormtroopers if you need extra Stormtroopers.
You know, it's funny. When I was little, they came out with those figures, and this kid in my neighborhood had them, and I didn't believe him because I had never seen them before. But apparently, they had vintage ones too.
Nice.
I can imagine quite a bit.
Han's just like hook, line, and sinker. He's like, yeah, remember when we did this on Kessel? Just another thunk on R2's head. Poor little mouse droid. Looked like Chewie was like checking out that guy's butt. Like, yeah.
I was just looking at the copy of the script that we have, and it doesn't actually say what Chewbacca says right before Han says, "Boy, you said it, Chewie."
He's like, yeah, you don't want to get on this one, it's full. Yeah.
You don't want to get on this one. The Wookiee has gas. He just ate some Mandalorian stew.
Give some Mandalorian stew.
Oh, that stuff is so good.
I sense something. Is it Wald? Hmm.
Walt.
I like how they don't even know which way the door opens.
Has that ever happened to you before when you're in one of those elevators with doors on both sides?
Well, having Galaxy's Edge on the Rise of Resistance ride,
That's right. That's right. We were looking. Yeah.
we all thought the other door was going to open. Look at this guy doing his job. Look at these guys. Watch out, he's loose. Hand him a gun. That's some excellent death acting by that officer.
Yeah.
Poor Chewie doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. It's really
It looks
just
like he's
because-
having fun.
It's probably just because like Peter Mayhew doesn't know what he's doing. They just like fire the gun. It's like I've never had to fake fire a gun before. We're doing fine. How are you? 2187. Oh yes, the number of FN 2187.
Oh yeah. How about that?
Situation normal.
How are you?
I love his cringe. He's like, why did I say that?
Reactor leak.
It's like, really? Like, they probably would have been slower to show up if Han just like hadn't answered the phone.
Yeah.
Leia's like, You're who? So here's a question. That's the first time you hear Luke's last name as Luke Skywalker. So do you think he was a Lars on Tatooine? He decided to start going by his dad's old last name? Which would explain how, like, Vader never found him. He's like, oh, there's a Luke Skywalker living on, like, downtown from my old house on Tatooine.
I don't know. I think
But if he was going by Lars, it would make a little bit more sense.
the fact that Anakin or Darth Vader thought that Padme died with the children, he probably wasn't looking for any kids. So, and Tatooine is probably the last place he'd ever want to go back to.
But you think somebody on, like, the check out, like, oh, there's a Skywalker down in Tatooine, huh? Wasn't there, like, a General Skywalker? Unless it's just, like, the Jones or Smith of the Star Wars universe. Like, half of these guys are Skywalkers.
I feel like Tatooine is such a backwater place that he's probably not going to hear anything about it. It's like Jakku. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Poor 3PO needs another oil bath.
He needs a spit shine.
You can if they're being that bad of a shot. I thought the idea is that they're letting them escape so that's the way to explain how bad of a shot they are, is that they're ordered to make it look convincing but not actually shoot them.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense because they put a tracker on the Falcon. And they just wanted to find the
Right.
rebel base.
I love how Chewie's a wimp. Smells bad. Who would
Big
win in a wine
furry
fight,
hoe.
Chewie or Luke?
I don't know. That's tough.
It's a tough one. Going head first is I don't know if I'd go head first down there. I love Hans. Yo, his goofy. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
the
got how does like
is it-
this room doesn't stay in Leia's dress.
it doesn't
And she also
what?
doesn't change, stay in her dress. And she doesn't change for the rest of the
Oh
movie.
yeah.
She's wearing the same like garbage covered grossness. I guess you could say that she changed on Yavin, just she has like duplicates of the same outfit, but like at least when they're on the Falcon escaping, they all smell like literal garbage.
Well,
Tricky.
maybe they have a washing machine on Yavin. Because I'm assuming her whole wardrobe is on the Tantive 4.
You can say washing machine on the Falcon. They're all like sitting around in their underwear waiting for the wash to finish.
Or maybe Lando's wardrobe is still in that room,
They're all wearing.
so they can wear that stuff. The Dianoga.
Anywhere. She was like, let me out, there's a monster here. Is it gone? Is the whiny kid gone yet? Look how filthy Leia's dress is now. Like, and then when she walks out of the compactor, it's pristine.
Well, that happens in movies. Someone's car gets in an accident. The next scene, it's brand new.
All their outfits, actually, too. The Stormtrooper outfits are pretty gross looking, too. There it is.
There it is.
Bad feeling about this.
It's been in every movie, right? Except for Solo and Rogue One. Because in Solo, Han says, I have a good feeling about this. And in Rogue One, K2SO starts to say it. And Cassian looks at him. He's like, what?
In Last Jedi, Rian Johnson did say that BB-8 says it. So one of BB-8's beeps and whirs is, I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I didn't realize. Nobody else said it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He came out and said BB-8 says it at one point. Oh, there he is. There's the body. Aw, poor Paul treat him. It's like, okay. But if anybody tells me to do anything, I'm not going to care. Like, these guys are obviously not Imperial issue droids. Just walk by.
Yeah, he could be silver.
You're not Matt Black. And like in this scene, it looks like Chewie's actually doing some work. He's actually like holding it back.
You think?
Probably because like Peter Mayhew's stronger than the intern or whatever that's smushing those walls aside. It's like, stop pushing so hard.
I'm surprised 3PO didn't just steal the Falcon and fly away.
Yeah. He hates flying, though.
Yeah, but he's also a coward. He's probably like, let's get out of here, R2.
Is there a bus or a train? Turned off the comm link.
R2's the voice of reason.
We've had some problems.
This is one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Oh, we failed them. They're dying.
Curse my metal circuits. I wasn't fast enough. Or no,
I should have been like, we're free, R2. We're free. Curse my metal body. It's like, was this guy in his bathrobe walking around? It's like, oh no.
I
Carbon home ward
seem to have lost my Schlitz beer.
Where's the tapioca?
Where's the bathroom?
I love this line. The stormtroopers. Listen and see what they say.
Don't they use the same line in Rogue One?
Force Awakens, it's similar, but this is the best one.
Oh, it's a Han's a male chauvinist pig.
No. I guess her outfit does look a little dirtier now. All right, here, listen to the stormtroopers. You're about the TD-15? Yeah, it's quite something. It's like the most, like, the dumbest, like, just like chat. Yeah, it's quite something to see.
They did the same, something similar in Rogue One on Scarif. Do you remember that when the stormtroopers were standing there talking?
Yeah, there's one in Force Awakens too, where they're like, "Hear about the new TB-15s?" Like, oh yeah, nice upgrade from the 14 model or something like that. Blast them. I love this.
I think this is a good edit.
Yeah, this was a good change from Special Edition. Back that way. I love this. And there's no lock. Luke fires it. Whoops. Also, like, shooting the lock should, like, open the door, not keep it shut. It's like, whatever they need, shooting the panel would either open the door or close the door. Like, sometimes it opens it, sometimes it closes it. You never tell. Oh, there's Wilhelm.
You know what amazes me about Star Wars, or like the matte paintings that Ralph McQuarrie did for the movies? It's
Mm-hmm.
like all this stuff when it shows like the depth of like this. See
Yeah, it
how
looks
like
good.
shows like the depth. It looks real,
Mm-hmm.
but like most of it's a painting. It's just crazy.
Looks better than a lot of stuff nowadays.
Yeah,
Oof. So even taking the incest out of the picture,
yeah.
they're covered in garbage. I would not want to like my mouth anywhere near anything else. Mhm. Close the blast doors.
Open the blast doors. Open the.
That scene in Spaceballs, like, you idiots, you captured their stunt doubles. Like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, it's Obi-Wan. Oh, okay. See, it's funny. I could have sworn you were Kit Fisto.
Did you ever see the video where somebody like upgraded this fight?
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah,
I like to think like the lightsaber duel in Rebels between Obi-Wan and Maul. That was super
yeah,
short. I like to think that they're just like on such a high level that's more cerebral than actually physical of a fight. But in reality,
yeah. That's
you got like
exactly.
old Alec Guinness fighting can't see anything outside of his helmet, David Prowse. Just wave your stick around a little bit.
No, but that makes sense. That the fight it's more like a personal fight than really like an action fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like there's stuff going on that we can't see because of the force. Like think of the fight with Luke and Vader in Empire,
I love
where
this
Vader's so much
Obi-Wan
powerful
does.
than Luke. Or the little twirl twist.
A little, yeah, get away, get away. Like everyone's just like swatting it away.
like in Empire when Vader's fighting Luke, it's like he's so much more powerful that he can like use the
Just throwing
force to throw
TVs at
stuff
him.
at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like they're more evenly matched here.
There's a chance to.
Man?
And he's like, all right, now that Luke's here to watch, let's fuck with him. Oh. So, do you think Obi-Wan actually dies in that scene, or he like force teleports away and he's running around Death Star naked somewhere?
Oh.
Like, wait, open the blast doors, open the blast doors. Yeah, see, Obi-Wan just talked to him.
Oh, that reminds me so much of going to Galaxy's Edge and doing the Falcon
Punch it.
ride.
That was
Punch it, Chewie.
I always think Chewie in this movie is the most glamorous looking.
The
He
most
looks
glamorous looking.
he looks like the most well like groomed. Like, oh, I'm sorry, your old karate master died.
Well,
Even though
if you have that much,
I'm boarding my planet and everybody I've ever known and loved just died like an hour earlier. But like poor Luke is moved because of his karate teacher. Versus Poncho. It's always confused me, like, how are these turrets set up in the Falcon? Like, are they pointing straight up and straight down? Or
left and right, or I
yeah,
don't know what's going on here.
it's always dun, 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 dun. Luke complaining again. They're too fast. Slow down.
Come on, baby, hold together.
I love that. R2's doing his work. It's like fixing Starship. That's what I was assigned for. I like the action on the guns.
Yeah.
Don't get cocky. I have no clue what that readout is supposed to be doing. But it looks cool. That's a big explosion. That's why Luke and Han went to the turrets. Because Leia and Chewie probably smell the worst. Because Leia didn't get to change, and Chewie's just like fur and grossness. They probably both reek of trash
He
compactors.
smells like a wet dog.
Yeah. They rolled around in trash. So if Leia suspects that they let him go and that they're tracking us, she's like,
go to the
base. They're probably tracking us. Let's go back to the home rebel base, Like if she actually thought they were being tracked, they should drop off on another planet to check the ship.
So what's the difference between tracking them this way and hyperspace tracking? Is like hyperspace tracking without a tracking device?
Yes, I think so. I think once you have a tracking device, you can just like home in on where the tracking device is. But
okay.
Yeah, I think that's the difference.
Okay.
Because otherwise, like you're right, like think princess and a guy like me? No.
Han's such a dick.
He's so funny. Like you can tell he likes it and just goading him on.
Pew, 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 pew. I like how they extended that out so you can see more of the temple.
Yeah. Yeah, it comes from Galen Ursa. Look at that. That's early CG right there.
Yeah.
Like that shot and the shot later on during the briefing, those are like super early computer graphics. This poor guy. Just like that's probably his phone he's looking at in the sand. He's just like bored playing Angry Birds or something like that. Oh, there's fake Wedge.
Fedge. We'll call him Fedge.
So many wedges. There's 3 different wedges in this. There's like
Jeez.
Conference Wedge,
Fe-
there's X-Wing
There's,
Wedge, and then there's the guy that voiced X-Wing Wedge.
there's Fedge, the fake Wedge, Pedge, the pilot, and Veg, the voice Wedge.
The vegan one, Veg.
Veg, Pedge, and Wedge. Or Veg.
The guy in the front left in front of Luke looks like he could be. He's probably the real Luke because he looks like cross between Anakin and Padme. Yeah, that guy in the front.
Oh,
He looks
yeah,
like
he
crossing Natalie
does.
Portman and Hayden Christensen. I am, bro. I used to hit little birds bigger than that with my 22. That's basically what he's saying.
He's a
He's
serial
like,
killer.
oh, that's not bad. He used to shoot squirrels with my 22 from farther than that. It's like a redneck hick kid talking about bullseye or wolf rats. It's like Kenobi's dead? Shit.
That's funny. It's like Han when he tried to recruit Ray, remember?
It's like, hey, I still might screw up the head.
That means a lot coming from someone who doesn't believe in the Force.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm going to go hide at the edge of the galaxy, and then when Luke's getting ready to get blown up, I'm going to come back and save him. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. You can't just go out and help. You gotta pretend you're not, and then you come back and help, and people will like you better. That's basically the plot of Henry IV. The Shakespearean right there. Yeah, Henry IV, like, so if I pretend to be like a party animal, irresponsible kid now, it'll make me look even better when I'm a hero later. That's exactly what Han Solo's doing. He's doing pulling Prince Hal, which makes Chewie a little Falstaff.
Biggs.
Like you sure you've never actually driven a spaceship?
You know, Garrick Hagen, the guy who plays Biggs, was in Doctor Who.
I believe it. But yeah, speaking of more like people talking about Ray being a Mary Sue, like Luke has he's going from a land speeder, which is just like a go-kart, to his skyhook, which is like basically like his beat up 1995 Toyota Camry, to going straight into like a like
F-16.
F-16. Yeah. It's like, wait a second.
People are
You
just
shouldn't be able to drive that.
haters.
Yeah. You should not be able to drive that. X-Wing.
Oh, R7's getting excited.
R7 was in one of these ships, right?
He said
Ah,
yes.
Biggs is droid stunt double. Okay. Ah, never thought of it that way. I guess
Yeah,
so.
me neither. Good point.
This was a good CG special edition change.
Yeah.
The heads move in the cockpits now, and spaceships just look a lot better. Jack.
Red Fox standing by. Red
Slippy
Button
Toes.
standing by. Red
Standing
Skeleton
by.
standing by. Red Foreman standing by.
Oh, careful.
Dumbass. That's what she said.
Look at the size of that thing. Shut up, Red 2. Oh, yeah. Love that guy's mustache on the left. Left of Dodonna.
Let's fly, Lando. I wish Wedge was in the last movie a little more.
Yeah, he just had a little cameo. I think they offered for him to be in Force Awakens, but it was another like really, really small role. He didn't think it was
Yeah.
worth it. Probably just like in the background, or he probably said like one thing during the plan to attack Starkiller or something. I wonder if Wedge and Snap's mom ever got together. They hinted at that in the aftermath
I
books.
don't know because I mean, didn't Snap's real father die at the end of the book?
Yeah. Well, they thought he was
And I
dead,
know
and then they found him again, and then he died again. Or did he die? Or is he still alive?
I actually can't remember,
Or,
but I know that her and Wedge got really close. So I don't know.
I don't see anything. Pick up your visual scanning. It's such a fancy way of saying just look outside the window.
Just open your eyes, jackass.
Yeah. That's exactly what he was saying.
The guy who just blew up kind of looks like Andy Samberg.
Yeah, I was just thinking he looked like somebody, and I couldn't place. Yeah, Andy Samberg. Nice. Okay. You just been standing here waiting. That guy to the left of Dodonna, look at his mustache. It's amazing. I love the scene in Last Jedi. BB-8's fixing the X-Wing.
He has to stick his head on the thing. That was great.
So what are they looking at? Because it's just a big white circle with like where the Death Star is. On that table is not a readout of the. I guess they're just listening though.
I don't know. Oh, I always loved Darth Vader's TIE Fighter because it had the wings that were curved.
Yeah. I think it's like a custom job. Like Vader made it himself.
Yeah.
Because you can remember he's Anakin, and Anakin likes to build stuff. Fiddle. Say about 20 guns. Switch to targeting computer. Love the way he talks.
Angus McGinnis. I met that guy at Star Wars Celebration.
Nice. He always reminded me of Dan Aykroyd. Don't know why. Oh, man.
Dutch Vander.
Stay on target. Taking from behind.
A moment of triumph.
That guy's mustache. Oh my gosh. It's so amazing. It's like across between like an old timey like Western barber and like Dr. Robotnik. Yes, sir.
Oh, do you know what Anthony Daniels posted on his, I think, Twitter account? He posted a few pictures of some parts of the Millennium Falcon that he got from the movie set, and he said that the cast, the crew made a giant bonfire to burn the Millennium Falcon to get rid of it, and he happened to just grab a few pieces out of it.
Oh man,
that's such a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. Adds with a lot of sets, though. I think one thing that was pretty smart is Peter Jackson basically took all of the set of Bag End and like put it in storage. So when it came time to make The Hobbit, they just took it out of storage and set it back up.
Oh, nice.
But most of the time, like, yeah, a lot of the props and stuff, they're just...
Yeah, like I guess a lot of these X-Wing helmets, they just threw in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
I met one guy at Celebration that had a friend that worked at the movie studio, and he got one of the helmets out of the trash and gave it to him. Nice. And it was one of the ones worn by Luke.
Ooh.
And he had autographs of like all the pilots on it. It was amazing. He actually let me wear it.
Ooh.
It's pretty cool. That's I was awesome. So afraid. I'm like, are you sure? I'm like, I don't want to touch this because
I don't want to sweat in it, take away the DNA.
Or drop it or smudge a signature. Or It was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's like Beggars Canyon back home. Luke oscillates between whiny kid and country hillbilly. As soon as he joins the rebellion, he goes like full country hillbilly. Bullseye womp rats, just like Beggars Canyon down home. There's the whiny again. Marsha Lucas, when she was editing the scene, there's something to the effect of like, if the crowd doesn't cheer when Han comes and saves the day, like the scene doesn't work. Oh, there's a real good shot of David Prowse's eye.
This whole sequence was done so great.
Oh yeah.
Like when Han comes in, it's like, I don't know, it's just amazing.
I'll have to send it to you. I found a YouTube video that's like audience reaction from like 77.
Oh, really?
It's pretty cool.
Oh, they must have cheered like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Is there a naked old man sitting in my backseat? I love the reaction shot of this like rebellion guy on the right. Look at it. He's like, oh no, I'm dead. Oh no. 3PO.
But it's like all hope is lost. It's like R2's dead. He has no more cover. They get ready to blow up the rebel base.
Yeah.
This is like the very last straw.
And like Vader has him like locked in, and he's
I
like,
have you now.
the first volley of lasers have already left.
And it's
What? I just realized that like Han only shoots one of them. The other guy just like look out and like hits Vader. Oop. I love how they just kind of like zoop in there. Mm-hmm. So many sparklies. I think I see Tarkin's slippers flying through there.
it's like that. What was it, like 15 seconds of the movie was like, it's like the very best part.
Mm-hmm. Who was the Y-wing guy that made it back? Oh no.
Oh,
Love 3PO offers his parts. So sad. Aww. In general, I'm not a huge fan of Luke's wardrobe in the movie, but I do like this outfit.
Yeah.
Like the karate gi
Pretty cool.
is like it's supposed to be a little lucky.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah,
outfit.
this one's cool. I love the jacket.
Mhm.
I also liked his Bespin outfit in Empire.
Little shit-eating grin. Chewie doesn't get a medal. Oh, I think in one of the comics they established that like Wookiees don't like reward ceremonies because of like a cultural thing. So he got his medal in private or something. Like they tried to retcon the reason why Chewie doesn't get a medal.
Really? Because it just looked like he was looking around like, where's mine?
Yeah.
Oh, they fixed R2.
Oh, he's so shiny now. 3PO is super shiny.
Did they fix 3PO's leg?
And the mustache guy's still on the left.
Did they fix 3PO's leg? Or is it still silver? I couldn't see.
Didn't look. I was too busy looking at mustache guy. Well, that was the Star Wars. So what'd you think?
War to start all Star Wars.
I've never seen that before. I thought it was okay.
It's not bad for a movie made in 1977.
Yeah.
And updated in 97. And then again in 2000.
James Earl Jones is the voice of Darth Vader.
Didn't originally he wasn't credited, right? Isn't that?
Yes, I think that's a later edition.
Yeah. Oh. I thought I remember him mentioning that he wasn't credited.
Special photographic effects supervisor John Dijkstra.
Oh yeah.
Film editors Marsha Lucas. Production illustration Ralph McQuarrie.
Apparently
Special dialogue and
Marshall-
sound effects Ben Burt.
Oh yeah, Ben Burt. He's a genius. Didn't apparently Marsha Lucas save the movie with her editing?
That's what I hear. That's what I
Pretty
hear.
good. It was pretty good.
On its
What
second
did you
unit
think,
makeup. Rick Baker, second unit makeup.
Who?
That's Rick Baker. He did all the aliens.
Is that Kenny Baker's brother?
Nah, he's a famous like aliens and makeup and stuff. Rick Baker.
Oh, okay.
Planet and satellite arts. Oh, you're right, R7. You're not in the credits. Huh. It's a shame.
Good point.
Oh, you're under your pseudonym. Van der Veer? That's you? Look at that. C3PO, the way it's spelled out. And R2D2.
Oh, they spell it out. They don't do the C and the 3 and the P and the O.
Red 2 Wedge, Red 3 Biggs, Red 4 John D, Red 6 Porkins. There's a special edition. Producer Rick McCallum.
Yeah, what happened to Rick McCallum?
Apparently he like retired to like Indonesia or somewhere. Like I'm not even lying.
Oh, it's weird because he was very involved in the prequels and then like he like disappeared.
Here, I'm looking it up. Rick McCallum. He settled in Prague. He's living in Prague.
Oh, okay.
He's just doing like super low budget Prague movies, like Czech stuff. He's living in the Czech Republic, like.
He checked out, huh?
Yeah, he checked out. Poor guy. He's from Germany. He's German. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah. Born in Heidelberg, West Germany.
Interesting. Oh. Well, that was fun.
Yay. If you experience any conditions that detracted from the theatrical presentation of this film, please call 1-800-PHONE-THX. Wonder if that number still works. There is a website underneath it.
Can we call and say we don't like McClunky?
That's the problem. Everybody keeps on complaining to Disney and Lucasfilm, but nobody's reporting it to THX. They're actually in the credits as who you're supposed to complain to.
I don't know. See, people don't read through everything. You know, it's like when you don't read all the instructions to something. And
alrighty, well, that's the show. So until next time.
That's all she wrote.
May the Schwartz be with you. What a world, what a world.